Lupin is another company that declared numbers yesterday but has been in focus throughout the day today, down about 3.5% to about 4% 1,672 rupees per share is where Lupin is. It went to the lows of 1650 during the con call and when the details of con call were coming in, but now it's decent and it's fine. I mean, it's settling around the 1670. A big underperformer this week and continues to be a big loser. 56 rupees on the lower side for Lupin. It's also taking down the markets. It's also taking down some of the other large cap pharma names. It's overall not looking in that hunky-dory. Sarabjit Kour Nangra is now with us from Angel Broking. What's your first reaction to the Lupin con call, the decline of the 10-15% FY16 guidance? Does that surprise you?
Definitely it has surprised us, primarily because though there is a bit of base effect playing out, but still we expected approvals to pick up at least post this quarter. Yeah, it's come as a bit of a surprise.
What would be your view as far as the FY17 number that they told of 20% growth?
We are of the view that the slow product approvals are something which is not specific to company unless the Goa plant goes through some kind of a problem which they have indicated would not be going through, because those are minor issues. So I guess those things tend to play out or smoothen out over a period of time. So FY17 should be a decent time frame to look forward to them getting approval faster.
You think approvals coming in thick and fast, that will be the key trigger for Lupin going ahead?
Yeah, that's true.
Right. What were the comments on the Form 483 that they got for the Goa facility? Anything that you found quite alarming?
It's a normal routine audits which keep on happening with pharma companies. So the only question is whether how much time it takes, because Form 83 is normally an observation, which most of the companies end up getting once in a while. So that's not very surprising. The only part is that they think that the situation is under control and they will be able to manage it. So I guess it doesn't look very alarming. So let's see how the situation pans out. And more or less the stock is actually on a very high valuation front. I mean, it's not very cheaply available. So that will such news flow for the next couple of quarters will keep the stock weak only, I guess. So.
You think that the de-rating process of Lupin has started? Now it's not only about EPS growth, but also the PE multiple that Street would give to Lupin?
No, that's not the question. That's what I said. It's not a problem which is company generated. Company generated, if it would have been, then it would have, like in Sun, we have seen in the case of Sun Pharma, the merger would take a toll on the numbers, and hence the stock has come down from its high valuations, and the street has got now divided as to whether the stock will continue its re-rating process, which we believe many companies have gone through such processes time and again. Lupin also went through USFDA import alert once and took 1 year or 1.5 years to come back to it. Cadila has gone through, Aurobindo has gone through. So it's a normal course of action which happens. Some quarters are bad because approvals are not coming in place, and some quarters tend to be again very on the higher side because suddenly a couple of approvals come in. So FY17 is not an issue because they've done an acquisition also. That will also contribute, and approvals should start taking in. So it's a question of approval not coming in and a base effect playing and a Suprax generic competition increasing. So that base effect will nullify for the next year. So I guess next year should be decent, and on a lower base, 20% should not be a big deal actually.
Right, Sarabjit, thank you so much for your reaction on Lupin, as well as what do you make of the con call takeaways. That was the view on Lupin. It's of course been the stock since the last 1 week, continuously de-rating, now down about 3.5%. For this week, it's now down 15%. Monal Desai, Vice President, Sales and Equity Derivatives, Suniti Securities and Finance, is now with us.